Do you need help with Eclipse jump? Like this guy? Don't worry, I got you. Hey guys, okay, so when you land at Artifice, this is where you practice the Eclipse jump. You should go to here, pause indoor, out all the spawning so nothing gets in your way, and then pause the clock. So you can do this over and over again before you start anything. Don't use infinite turbo because it can mess with it. I would just fill it up with weed every time, and plus it gets you in the habit of filling it up with weed. If you don't know how to crank the cruiser key, it's not very hard to learn. Honestly, I'm not even gonna leave a tutorial for that because that's pretty easy. Everyone should know how to do that, and you can just leave it on instant ignition. Everything else, just leave it. Pretty sure my stuff's okay. Well, sorry, I had my push force. Just leave it. And then once you're out here, you can spawn the cruiser, but before you do spawn it, I would turn on the magnet up as on so it doesn't go flying, because it can if it just gets spawned. Sometimes it spawns inside the ship when you hit F2, and it just will freak out sometimes. So when it gets magnetized, you want the cruiser right about here. Here's about the perfect spot for the Eclipse jump. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump here, and we're gonna jump on top of the hood, fill it up with weed, sit down, crank it all the way to the right. Don't put it in drive or reverse, just leave it in park for now. So when you do unmagnetize it, so since I have no one to unmagnetize it, if you have a team, they'll usually unmagnetize it while you're in here, and then you could just do it. For me, I don't have that, so I leave it in park so it doesn't slide down the hill so fast. So what you want to do is get out, again, leave it in park. So then we're gonna do 3 jumps to the right with D, 1 2 3, 1 with D and S, and then 1 with D and W. Don't do D and W too early. You want to do D and W when you're close to that wall back here. I'll show you what I mean, the wall that's close to fire exit, so you hit it and you don't explode. So what you want to do is to get on this railing, jump in as quick as you can, reverse, and then back, and that's how you do it. Okay, I did fly, but I did do it correctly, and that's how you should do it. And then cruiser should be fine. It probably took some damage. Yeah, the Eclipse jump is kind of scuffed, so it's usually how it happens. And if you also want to practice both the Eclipse jump, the Eclipse jump and the regular cruiser jump, I have a mod to where it just lets me pull the lever right here from the cruiser, and I don't have to teleport back, because for me, I can't hit the function keys really quick, so this takes forever. So I just got the mod to where you could hold it, but you won't really notice when it's gone in game, because you'll go to hit E on it and you'll be like, oh crap, it's not there. And then you'll be like, oh yeah, I have to run all the way back. So yeah. Also, if you guys do the method of back and forth with the cruiser, you should, if it's like really funky, if it's like in this railing right here, just detach it, reattach it. Make sure it's not too high. I would just have it at like the normal part, like right here is just fine, and then just fill it up with weed like usual, and then you can do that. Just make sure your wheel's all the way right so you can practice this by yourself. Then you want to get right here again. So when you get to the wall back there, the wall that you hit, that's what breaks your fall. So that's the main objective of it. And you also have to go around that antenna where my finger is. You have to go around the antenna. So again, it's get out, hold S, right 3 times. 1 2 3, back, and then you get out. So that's how you do it. You shouldn't blow up. If you have the mods that I'm going to link down below, it will let you have 1 weed killer instead of multiple and running out. Again, I said don't use infinite turbo because, well, it can mess with it. So Just don't use infinite turbo. And then this is the easiest part. It's the nice part, so you don't have to teleport. And you can just get out, and then you're good. And this is really nice because you don't have to get like multiple, like 20 different weeds over time. And then you could just use one. So it basically just modifies how much is inside the weed. It's pretty much infinite. But if you guys do fail a jump and the car does explode, make sure to go into Imperium, go into here, delete the clipboard, which is in items, and then delete the cruiser, which is in cruisers. Because if you don't delete this before spawning another cruiser, I don't know, for whatever reason, it doesn't like to fill it up with weed. So you have to delete the old one before you spawn a new cruiser. You could also just, you could also just do this. You could also just, this is a reset button, but if you go back to the ship, which is usually what I do, and then if you just do that, it won't face the right way if you just reset it like that. It won't always face the correct way. So when you do magnetize it, it's just going to be like facing the wrong direction, and it's just very annoying and tedious to flip around. So that's why I just delete the old one and then just spawn a new one. So, and to spawn a new one, you just do company and then company cruiser. That's literally it. That's how you do it. But again, the fastest method to get good at this is to, again, get in. Well, for the Eclipse jump and regular jump, actually, go back here, go away left, and just hold D. See, that time I was a little bit far forward. I did hold S that time. It does happen, but if you have been doing this long enough, you should know what buttons you use to readjust. It's not that hard, actually. Alright, easiest way to do the jump. Make sure the wheel is all the way left, or right, sorry, all the way right. Make sure you crank it all the way this way, towards the pole. Make sure it's in park. Make sure cruiser is on. The only reason I say it's in park is because we don't have anyone else to demagnetize this. I would use that switch that's on the cruiser, but I don't really trust it. I only trust it to turn it off and on, but I don't trust it for this. Plus, in solos, you're not going to really have anyone to do that, and you won't have that in solos if you're doing legit runs. So I would just get used to this. So what you want to do is leave it in park, jump out, hold S, D, and then 3, back, and get out. Get out a little bit earlier. Don't get out right when the cruiser hits the wall. Get out a little bit earlier. So as soon as you do a W and D to hit the wall, because to get around that pole, you do a W, or sorry, you do a D and S. You do a D and S to get around the pole, and then you do a D and W, but don't do it right away. So when you're about, so you're gonna be in the air. So hold on, let me turn on fly mode. So when you're about like right here, do D and W, so you make sure you're into the wall. If you didn't space out your jumps enough, you will probably clip this roof. So space out your jumps, but if you space them out too much, you won't have enough time to get around the pole. So if you get used to spacing them out correctly, then you'll always get around the pole and you'll always be above this roof. Because if you do 3 quick jumps, you will sometimes not make it over this roof. So don't do them too quickly. So what you want to do is just do D and W right here. You obviously you'll go down when you do D and W, but when you do D and W, you'll do D and W, just hold S, and then look left and hit E. That's what you do to get out. So it should, when you're in the air, after you hit D and W, and spacebar, obviously, because that's what you use to do the actual boost, you just hold S, and then look left and E. That's literally all you do. You do not have to be accurate. You could literally flick it. It's not that hard. That's the easiest part of it, honestly. You can't really miss the door. It's almost impossible to do so. The reason we hold S is because we don't want the cruiser to keep going. So if you don't hold S, this is what it's going to look like when it lands. Just gonna keep driving, and it might just blow up because it's on low health. So you don't want to do that. So just make sure to hold S, guys, and so it doesn't drive off or anything like that. And make sure as soon as you hit the wall, as soon as you hit D and W, now as soon as you hit D and W, spacebar, and you do that, hold S and then get out. Make sure you do that, but you cannot be too far. So you cannot do D and W right here when you're in cruiser. You will not slam hard enough against this wall. You gotta have a certain amount of speed to slam against this wall with boost. So it basically catches you. That's basically how the cruiser doesn't blow up. Because if you do it from further away, then you're just gonna blow up. Hey guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully I didn't tell you guys any wrong information. Coming up is my birthday, and I hope I hit affiliate by at least March 10th. We're at, I think, 39 followers on Twitch right now. So go over to Twitch and hit the follow button so we can become affiliate, guys, by the time I become old for you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching if you did stick around to the end. Oh, also, there are bloopers at the end of this, so hopefully you enjoy those. Do you need help with Eclipse jump? Oh my god, you did it correctly. He did it. What? Do you need help with Eclipse jump? That's not an Eclipse jump.